In this video, I'll show you how to fix your Android phone's battery drain by tackling the most common culprits, from display settings to app usage, and even those hidden connections. Is your Android battery constantly dying before the day is out? You're not alone. Many Android phones come with default settings that silently eat away at battery life. But what if I told you there are simple adjustments you can make right now to drastically improve your phone's endurance? Hello, and welcome to the Tech Buzz 101 channel, where we explore the latest tech gadgets, software, and apps. Now let's get started on how to reclaim your Android's battery life. Before we get started, note that all the optimizations we'll be doing can be found in the Android Settings app. You can usually locate it by swiping down from the top of your screen and tapping the gear icon. The display is often the biggest battery drainer on any smartphone. This is because your screen requires constant power to illuminate its pixels and render all the colors and images you see, especially at higher brightness levels and refresh rates. So, let's optimize it. Dark mode versus light mode. Your phone's display pixels consume energy to produce light, especially for brighter colors. So, let's talk about how your phone's theme can impact battery life. To get started, make sure you're in the display settings. Once in settings, scroll down and tap on display. Here, you'll likely see options for light and dark themes. If your phone has an AMOLED or OLED screen, which most modern Androids do, switching to dark mode can significantly save battery. This is because OLED screens can completely turn off individual pixels to display black, using no power for those areas. It also looks pretty sleek. Adaptive brightness or auto brightness. Constantly sensing and adjusting brightness requires continuous sensor and processing activity. Below the themes, look for adaptive brightness, sometimes called auto brightness. This setting uses your phone sensors to automatically adjust screen brightness based on your environment. While turning it off and manually keeping your brightness low can save battery, adaptive brightness often strikes a good balance, preventing your screen from being unnecessarily bright in darker environments. We recommend keeping this on for most users unless you consistently find it making your screen too bright. Motion smoothness or refresh rate. A higher refresh rate demands more processing power and faster pixel updates. Scroll down a bit further in the display settings to motion smoothness. Many newer Android phones have high refresh rate screens, like 90 Hz or 120 Hz, for a super smooth scrolling experience. While this is a great feature, it uses more battery. If battery life is your priority, consider changing this from adaptive or high to the standard, like 60 Hz. You'll notice a difference in smoothness, but your battery will thank you. Remember, this is a trade-off, so choose what's best for your experience. Screen resolution. Higher resolutions require more pixels to be powered, leading to increased energy consumption. Another setting under display is screen resolution. High-resolution screens offer crisp visuals but consume more power. If your phone has a very high resolution, like WQHD+, you might see a warning that it uses more battery. Consider lowering it to FHD+ or even HD+ if you're really trying to maximize battery life. Most people won't notice a significant difference in daily use. Screen timeout. Keeping the screen active for longer periods directly drains the battery. Still in display settings, find screen timeout. This determines how long your screen stays on after you stop interacting with it. The longer your screen is on, the more battery it uses. We recommend setting this to 30 seconds, 1 minute, or a maximum of 2 minutes for optimal battery savings. The less time your screen is actively lit, the better. Network connectivity is another silent battery killer. Your phone constantly uses power to search for, connect to, and maintain signals with cell towers and Wi-Fi networks. Now let's optimize it. 5G versus LTE. 5G often demands more power as it uses more radio bands and may require your phone to connect to both 4G and 5G simultaneously, so we'll see how to optimize this setting for better battery life. From the main settings page, tap on Connections. Then, tap Mobile Networks and select Network Mode. While 5G is the latest and fastest network, it can be a huge battery drain, especially if your signal is spotty or you live in an area with limited 5G coverage. Your phone works harder to find and maintain a weak signal, consuming more power. If you experience poor 5G or don't really need the fastest speeds, switch your network mode to LTE or 3G 2G, Auto Connect. LTE is still very fast and much more battery efficient in many areas. I personally switch this off on my devices and see a noticeable difference. Nearby device scanning for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi scanning. Constant background scanning for devices or networks actively uses your phone's radios and sensors. Go back to the Connections menu and tap on More Connection Settings. Here, you'll find Nearby Device Scanning. This setting constantly scans for nearby devices, even if Bluetooth is off, which can silently drain your battery. Turn this switch off. Similarly, if you go to Location from the main settings page and then Location Services, you'll find Wi-Fi scanning and Bluetooth scanning. These allow apps to use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to get more accurate location information even when your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth is turned off. For significant battery savings, we recommend turning both of these switches off. Apps are notorious for draining battery, both when you're using them and when they're running in the background, so we'll dive into how to manage them effectively. App notifications. Each notification activates your phone screen, sounds, and processing, consuming the battery. Head back to the main settings page and tap on Notifications, then App Notifications. Every notification your phone pushes uses a tiny bit of battery. More importantly, constantly receiving non-essential notifications can keep your screen awake and your phone actively processing. Go through this list and turn off notifications for apps that you don't need constant alerts from. You can either toggle off notifications entirely for an app or tap into the app to customize what kind of notifications you receive. For example, allow badges but no pop-ups. Be ruthless here. Identifying battery-draining apps. Apps actively running, even in the background, consume CPU cycles, RAM, and network data. From the main settings page, tap Battery and Device Care, then Battery. Scroll down, and you'll see a graph showing which apps are consuming the most battery. This is a crucial step. If you see an app that you don't use often, or a social media app that's consistently at the top, like TikTok or Facebook, it's a prime candidate for the next step. Before we continue, if you're finding this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more tech tips. Now let's continue with how to put those battery-hungry apps to sleep. Apps allowed to run freely in the background can continuously use CPU, RAM, and network resources, even when you're not actively using them. We'll explore how to control these. Background usage limits. Unrestricted background app activity leads to constant power consumption, even when idle. So still in the battery section, from Battery and Device Care, tap on Background Usage Limits. By default, your Android may put some apps to sleep. But you can take control. You'll see the following 3 categories. 1. Sleeping apps, which may occasionally run in the background. 2. Deep sleeping apps, which never run in the background. Notifications and updates may be delayed. This is where you want to put your most battery-hungry, non-essential apps. 3. Never sleeping apps, which are allowed to run freely in the background. You want very few, if any, apps in this category. Now let's explore moving apps to deep sleep. Tap on Never Sleeping Apps first. If you see any apps here that you don't absolutely need running all the time, like social media or games, tap the 3 dots in the upper right, choose Remove, select the apps, and tap Remove again. Now, go to Deep Sleeping Apps. Tap the plus button in the upper right. Select the apps you identified as major battery drainers from the battery usage graph, for example, TikTok, Facebook, or any games you rarely open but consume a lot of power. Tap Add. This will prevent them from running in the background and preserve your battery. Haptics are the tactile feedback your phone provides, like vibrations when you type or receive a notification. Every vibration your phone makes uses the haptic motor, which consumes the battery, so we'll explore how to manage this. System vibration. The vibration motor requires electrical power to create movement. From the main settings page, scroll down and tap on sounds and vibration. Then, scroll down and tap on system vibration. The more intense and frequent the vibrations, the more battery they use. You can either lower the intensity of all system vibrations by dragging the slider to the left, or you can turn off specific vibrations you don't like, such as keyboard vibration, often labeled Samsung keyboard vibration or similar. This is particularly useful if you do a lot of typing. Vibration intensity. This refers to higher intensity vibrations which demand more power from the haptic motor. Still in sounds and vibration, tap on vibration intensity. Here you can independently adjust the intensity of incoming call vibrations, notification vibrations, and media vibrations. Lowering these sliders will help conserve battery life, especially if your phone is constantly buzzing. You've just learned how to significantly improve your Android's battery life by optimizing its display, network connections, and managing app behavior. But if you want to know how to fix those hidden battery drainers related to your phone's location, background data, and advanced system optimizations, the one silently eating away at your charge, then click on this video right here to continue your journey to ultimate Android battery mastery. If you found this video valuable and you want to see more, consider subscribing and liking the video. If you have any questions or need further guidance, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.